Dear teachers and students, I'm very honored to be in your beautiful school, and today we have brought with us a special gift from China, the pen pack. And the pen pack are donated by the small businessmen who are doing online business on the Alibaba e-commerce platform. And I know that you have a subject called natural science. And have you learned about giant pandas? Okay, students in the back, right? Have you ever heard about pandas? No, you haven't learned that, okay? Pen pack is a wild animal, only unique to China. You can only find it in China. And in the Chinese culture, panda represents peace and friendship. So along with the panda packs, we have brought with us the best wishes for peace and friendship from the Chinese people to the Pakistani people. Okay. And you've already seen in the promotion video about this pen pack, but this is a special gift designed and produced in China. Altogether, there are 105 pieces. Do you want to see them? Yes. You want to see? Okay. This one, you can't see them, okay, from here. Okay, this is called a bao. Literally means hug. Okay, and this is the mascot of the Pen Pack project. Okay, and this thing, are you having lunch here in the school? Then in the future, if you bring lunch from home, you can use this one, the lunch box. Okay. Okay. And this has always been the favorite of the students. Okay, there are dozens of color pencils and crayons. Can you see this from behind? Yeah. Just wait a few minutes, okay? Each of you will get one school bag with these art supplies and stationery. With these color pencils and crayons, you can paint your colorful life ahead of you. And you can paint what you want to be in the future and what you want to do in the future. And I'm sure that there are a lot of things in your life that you want to do, but one thing that I want you to do in the future when you grow up is to continue and strengthen the friendship between Chinese and Pakistanis people. Thank you.
Honorable Federal Minister of Education Shafqat Mehmood Sahab, His Excellency Yao Jing, the Ambassador of China, Executive Vice President of China Foundation for Poverty Alleviation, Mr. Wang Jinghui, and delegates from China, distinguished guests, officials of Pakistan Red Crescent Society and Federation, Directorate of Education, Pakistan, media persons, and dear volunteers and students. Assalamu alaikum, good morning, and ni hao. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be here, and I'm so moved and so touched to see this entire ceremony. I want to start with the Chinese quotation. It says that go to people, live with them, love them. Start with what they know, build on what they have. But for the best leaders, when their job is done, people would reveal that they have done it themselves. So this is an amazing thing we have done. I would say these are not just bags. This is a package of love. And in such a young age, when these recipients will have them, it's going to stay there, stay in the brain's biochemistry forever and ever. And the Vice President has given a beautiful message that remember that this friendship is going to go on and on forever. And I'm sure this message has gone through, and this is a beautiful gesture, I would say, once again. And there is a lot which China and Pakistan, the ties are very strong. We have a very strong strategic relationship between China and Pakistan. And I would say in the 2020's global strategy of Red Cross and Red Crescent, livelihood, climate change and youth development, especially in remote rural areas, has been a very important subject. And Vice President has mentioned it, and I also come from one of the remote areas of Pakistan, which is about 2.5 hours drive from Lahore. So I know what life is like in that remote rural area where people don't even have access to basic health and education facilities. So I was touched to know that your area of interest is in the remote rural areas. And in Pakistan, more than 61% people are living in those far from and remote areas. We will definitely need to collaborate especially along with the Chinese Red Cross, and there is a huge potential in this area. Together we will serve humanity. I appreciate the Chinese endeavors. Whenever Pakistan was hit by any disaster, Chinese friends, brothers were there to support us, whether it was earthquake 2005, whether it was floods of 2010 and 11, and the recent calamities. Chinese friends are always there, and I would say thank you very much once again, and long live relationship between China and Pakistan. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister President.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Honorable Minister Shafqat Mehmood, Honorable Chairman Abdullah Wahak, congratulations for assuming the chairmanship of the Red Crescent Society. Honorable Minister, Mr. Wang Hingzhui, the Vice President of Chinese Foundation for Poverty Alleviation. I'm very happy and glad to be present in this distribution ceremony of the Panda Pack. Also, I appreciate gracing by the Honorable Minister, all the efforts by the Red Crescent Society, and more importantly, the participation of Islamabad School F71, the wonderful performances by parents, young kids. When I'm here, I feel a kind of enthusiasm, a kind of affection between the peoples of China and Pakistan. I should say that the relationship between China and Pakistan have been quite long term. But this new momentum between people to people, between the peoples, between the societies, between the communities, I think it is just coming forward. The efforts by the Chinese Foundation for Poverty Alleviation is just the beginning. And of course, I appreciate that the donation and the contribution you made. But I think right now, the relationship between China and Pakistan has entered into a new stage. Government is doing our government job. And thank you, the policy that the Pakistani government, you are giving more and more attention to the education, to the skill development. And from the Chinese side, under the CPEC, we are having the new sector of social cooperation. So 50 vocational training centers will be built under the CPEC, and 30 hospitals will be built, and 30,000 scholarships will be provided. But more importantly, these people-to-people, society and the community-based efforts will be, I should say, more relevant and significant, because the relationship and the friendship is based on that people, your understanding, your support, and your devotion. I would like to say that for the forthcoming years, more and more efforts will be given to mobilize, to promote the people-to-people understandings. That is, I think, both the leaderships of China and Pakistan, both the governments of China and Pakistan would like to channel more and more resources to encourage the people-to-people contacts and the people-to-people friendship. CPEC, under this kind of guidances, we are giving more attention or more resources to the social sector cooperation, to the sector of agricultural cooperation, to the sector of industrial cooperation, because we want to see that the industrialists, farmers, people of the two countries are more and more closely connected, and for a better society and for a better future of the relationship. Government of Pakistan, you have initiated this vision, education for all, work for all. And for the Chinese government and the Chinese society, I would like to say that there is more and more enthusiasm in joining this. So for example, the Chinese companies are going to join your 5 million affordable housing schemes. The Chinese companies or the Chinese NGOs, societies are more and more willing to join your initiatives of promotion of the skill development and education for all. This kind of relationship based on the people-to-people cooperation and support, I think, or cooperation and friendship, I think is more sustainable. And I'm very glad the young kids, young students, young talents of Pakistan, you are bit by bit participating in this kind of people-to-people contacts. And I think you will build the future for Pakistan. You will build the future for this relationship. And let's work starting from right now, that to have a bit by bit understanding of this historical relationship and have a bit by bit efforts for the consolidation of this friendship. Thank you.
Mr. Shafqat Mehmood.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ambassador Yao Jing, Mr. Abrarul Haq, Executive Vice President, China Poverty, China Foundation for Poverty Alleviation, Principal of the School, of officials of the Federal Directorate of Education, ladies and gentlemen and children, Assalamu alaikum bacho. This is indeed a special day. It's a special day for many, many reasons. The Honorable Ambassador Yao Jing, who is such a close friend of Pakistan, who has done a lot to deepen and strengthen the relationship between our two countries. His remarks and his words were indicative today of how our friendship is growing, how the friendship between Pakistan and China is going forward. Pakistan and China have had a long relationship, but now it is deepening and it is strengthening. Our economic cooperation is getting better. Our people-to-people contract is improving, and civil societies of the both countries are also now interacting with each other. So this is indeed an era in which the already good friendship between Pakistan and China is becoming even more stronger and even more multifaceted. It's not just one thing, it's many things that are happening. And in this field, we are so happy that the Executive Vice President is here, because we have to learn a lot from China. In the last 14 years, now this is a statistic that I would like you to think for a moment, that in the last 14 years, China has taken 100 million people out of poverty. 10 करोड़ लोगों को गुर्बत से चाइना ने निकाला है in a period of 14 years. And the Honorable Ambassador was just telling me that now, according to various measures of poverty, there are no poor people in China anymore. So this is a huge achievement. And I'm sure the China Foundation for Poverty Alleviation has played a big role in that. So we will, in our collaboration, we hope that we learn more from you, and we also make our मुबारकबाद देता हूँ, बड़ा अच्छा माशाल्लाह स्कूल लग रहा है, और बड़ी खुशी होती है कि इस्लामाबाद के स्कूलों में आके और उनके हालात जब बेहतर होते देखते हैं तो बहुत खुशी होती है. I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate Mr. Abrarul Haq on assuming the charge of chairman of Pakistan Red Crescent Society. Mr. Abrarul Haq is no stranger to Pakistan. He is a celebrity in his own right, and we are fortunate that he is a loyal and strong and faithful follower of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf of Prime Minister Imran Khan. I have absolutely no doubt that under the leadership of Mr. Abrarul Haq, Pakistan Red Crescent Society would make a mark. It has already done well, but now it will make a mark throughout Pakistan, and I congratulate you again for that. So, we have a long way to go. We have to combat and face many challenges. But among them, one of the challenges that we are facing, in which China has been very helpful to us, is in vocational training. And in vocational training, we are setting up 50 vocational training institutes with the help of China. And hopefully, this strengthening of our vocational training partnership will also grow. और बच्चों, आपको ये पैडा बैग पसंद आया है? चले, तो अब इंशाल्लाह ये पैंडा बैग जो है इसमें बड़ी बड़ी खूबसूरत चीज़ें हैं, और इससे उम्मीद है कि आपकी तालीमी काबिलियत जो है वो और बेहतर होगी. So I again thank all the organizers and thank everybody for inviting me, and it's been a real pleasure to come to this wonderful event. Thank you very much.
Please stay on the stage and we'll have the token. Thank you so very much, sir. Now we'll have the token distribution of the Panda Pack school bags. So I would like to request His Excellency Ambassador of China to please come on stage. His Excellency, Honorable Chairman PRCS, Executive Vice President CFPA, Secretary General PRCS to please join us on stage. So before the token distribution, there will be a small ceremony of the donation plate exchange between China and Pakistan. So the Chinese Vice President, Executive Vice President CFPA will present the plate to the Education Minister and Chairman PRCS. Rachel. Ishal. Sajawal. Susanna. Aksa.